God's advice today. This message was lovingly prepared to bring peace and guidance to your heart. If it touches you, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. That way, you'll keep receiving uplifting content. Stay with us until the end. We've prepared something special with great care. Discover something life-changing. In the first comment, I left a special prayer and an opportunity that could open doors you never imagined. God said, "My dear child, stop exactly where you are. Breathe deeply and allow the stillness of this moment to surround your whole being. It's not just silence, it's my presence wrapping around you with tenderness. I see the weight you carry, the exhaustion in your soul, the doubts clouding your steps, and the secret battles you've faced without anyone knowing. You walked through dangerous places, came closer to the edge than you realize, but I was there the whole time. Today, in this exact moment, I intervened. It's no coincidence that you are here right now. It is the fulfillment of a greater plan, designed by me with love. This pause is a sacred moment. Are you seeking a deep spiritual transformation in your life and in the lives of those you love? Imagine attracting wealth and abundance in less than a week, while blessings pour out on you daily. It all begins with a simple 1-minute prayer. To discover how this technique can transform your reality, click the link in the first comment. Every step you take toward this journey not only blesses you but also supports our channel and the dedicated team bringing you this valuable content. Don't wait any longer to begin this journey of spiritual and material transformation. Click right now to learn more and begin your path to a fuller, more abundant life. Turn your mind to the moments when I was your shelter without you noticing. Remember the times when danger came close, and you were mysteriously spared. Reflect on doors that opened unexpectedly, advice that came at the exact moment, and encounters that seemed like coincidences but were miracles hidden in your routine. Those subtle impulses that made you give up on something, step back, or change direction, that was me, whispering to your spirit to protect you. Even in your silence, I was with you. In every dark night, I was the hand that held you up. You may not have noticed, but you escaped many falls because of my care. As it is written, "The Lord is good, a refuge in times of trouble. He cares for those who trust in Him." Nahum chapter 1 verse 7. Never doubt it, you were never alone. Comment, "I trust in God, who sees and cares for my heart." There are moments when you look back and think it was just exhaustion, just a hard season that would eventually pass. But what you didn't fully understand was the depth of the darkness that tried to surround you, the invisible hole forming slowly beneath your feet. I saw it. I always see. I saw the silent abyss growing behind your choices, the exhaustion disguised as strength, the nights when your thoughts weighed more than your body. The silence you thought was just absence, to me, it was the scream of a soul crying for help. If I hadn't intervened, the consequences would have been devastating. You didn't escape because you were better than others, or because you knew how to pray more intensely. You escaped because my love is relentless, and my grace intercepts even what you never knew to ask for. I broke the cycle before it pulled you under. Your life was redirected by a decision from above, because you still have much to live, and to live in a transformed way. Comment, "I trust in God's love, He is my refuge." I don't want you to carry the weight of wrong decisions like chains keeping you tied to the past. What you lived was real, but my mercy is even more real. I know the causes of your tiredness, the roots of your weariness. And still, I don't pull away from you, I draw near. However, it's important you understand, there are moments when love requires a response. Heaven remains open, but there is a calling underway. You asked me for signs, cried for direction, wept in silence for answers, and here they are. They don't come like thunder, but like a strong whisper touching your soul now. They come as this living word that speaks directly to your spirit. Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. Jeremiah 33 verse 3. Do you feel that stirring inside you? It's not an illusion. It is the touch of my spirit awakening what had been asleep. You might say, but I didn't stray that far, I didn't do anything too bad. And I say, what defines a detour isn't distance, it's direction. Often it is the heart that drifts away first, even before the steps. And I saw your heart struggling against doubts, against the feeling of emptiness, against a silent spiritual fatigue growing. I do not come to point out faults, I come to heal cracks. I come because the time for return has come. Not a return to religion or to a facade of faith, but a return to me, to my embrace, to the truth that once set your soul ablaze. Return, O Israel, to the Lord your God. Your sins have been your downfall. Hosea chapter 14 verse 1. Yes, my child, I am calling you back. Not back to the past, but back to purpose. I don't want you ashamed, I want you awake, standing, restored. You've been praying for clarity, and here it is. Not in the form of a visible miracle, but in words that reach your spirit. The answer has arrived. Now what remains is a decision. Not a perfect decision, but a sincere surrender. Your yes doesn't need to be full of certainties, it needs to be full of truth. I know your fears, your regrets, your flaws. But none of them cancel my love. You think it's too late? I say it's still time. It's still grace. It's still possibility. The door is open, but it will not stay that way forever. The mercy that calls today might fall silent tomorrow. Not because I walk away, but because you might grow numb. I want you sensitive, available, surrendered. Take the step. There's no more need to wait. And when you take that step, you will see the entire sky move in your direction. Inside you, there is still life. There is still hope, even if just a spark. I see that small light, nearly extinguished, but still determined to shine. Even when everything feels like chaos, even when you say you don't feel anything anymore, I feel for you. When you surrender, even weak, even unsure how to go on, I place the next step in front of your feet. I do not expect perfection, I expect willingness. And that willingness is already in you, even if you believe you are empty. My child, the shadow does not stop my work, it only delays the awakening. But today, the call comes to break the cycle of waiting. I do not force, I call. And if you hear, if you respond, the shadow will dissolve. And then, what once was pain will become testimony. What once was a fall will become rebirth. Did you know there's an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-rooted beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a powerful impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to discover this special practice. When we trust that God wants to move in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each one of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan just for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing you inspiring and life-changing content, we invite you to explore our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can help you on your journey as well. Your support allows us to continue sharing messages that truly make a difference. We sincerely thank you for your trust and support. You remember the pain you felt from past decisions, but I want to reveal something to you that darkness tried to hide. The calling I placed in you cannot be erased. I didn't choose you because you got everything right. I didn't give up when your life became messy. I didn't wait for perfection to declare my plan. My love is greater than your failures. There was a voice that tried to convince you I had left, that what I dreamed for you had been canceled. But that voice lied. Because what I give does not break under pressure. My purpose is more solid than you imagine. Every time you hesitated, every time you strayed, every time you felt like you couldn't hear me, none of that erased what I had planned. In fact, all of it only served to show how constant I am. You were not forgotten. You were prepared. You were refined. You were brought to the right place. While others turned their backs, I stayed. I remained focused on what I designed for you. My choice of you always knew who you were, even your weaknesses. And that's why it has value. You don't have to earn my love or hide your past. You only need to agree with the truth. You are mine, and I am still here. The life I placed inside you is still alive. It breathes. It waits. It calls you to say yes again. Your calling wasn't lost because of the hard times. It wasn't canceled by the silent seasons. Not even by the times you stopped. Even if you put it aside, I kept it. I held it safely. I protected it until your heart was ready to remember. And now the time has come. Those roads that seemed like mistakes taught valuable lessons. The sharp waiting gave you vision. And the pain you thought diminished you actually built strength inside you. Now you are ready to help others walk through the experiences you overcame. This is the mystery of the purpose I placed in you. It grows in silence, it blooms in the dark, it matures in the invisible places. You don't need anyone's recognition to be ready. Because most of the preparation happened when no one saw you, but I did. And I celebrate now, because that time has come. Comment, I am still standing, and that alone is a miracle. You were shaped in the background, refined while you waited, built while you thought you were standing still. All of that is gathered within you, my child. And now is the time. There are people waiting for what you carry. Not for an idealized image, but for the truth of what you've lived. They don't need your perfection, they need your journey. The marked suffering left. The wisdom born from the pressure. There are hearts hungry for peace, and it will come when your voice is heard. There are environments that will only change when you enter. And that's why the enemy rose up so strongly against you. He wasn't just fighting you, he was trying to silence the impact your life will have. But he failed. Because you are still here. Still standing. Still chosen. If what I placed in you were fragile, it would have fallen apart under the weight you carried. But it didn't. It remained. It was kept within you, waiting for the moment you would bring it back into the light. And that moment is now. You are not going back to what you once dreamed. You are stepping into something that has matured, something stronger, something purer. Comment, I am still standing, and that alone is a miracle. The work I gave you hasn't disappeared. It gained depth. And now you are more prepared than you think. Not because everything around you is resolved, but because now you have been set free from what truly held you back before. You've learned to see clearly. You've learned to discern what is true and what is illusion. You've discovered who lifts you up and who slows you down. You've experienced what it's like to hesitate, and you've decided you won't live in that place anymore. This inner strength you now carry was forged in the reality of life. And that's why the time has come. The mission I gave you is coming to the surface. Don't wait for more signs. You are already living in the fulfillment of promises. You are already in the time to move forward. What you were waiting for has already begun. Now you only need to walk in it, not in insecurity, but in the certainty that I am with you. You are not the same anymore. And that is grace. That is redemption. My son, you don't have to wait another moment. You carry something the world needs, something born from your pain, your story, your journey with me. The time for hiding is over. The time for shrinking back has ended. Now is the time to shine, not with your own light, but with the light I ignited within you. It is real, steady, unwavering. There are spiritual territories awaiting your advance. There are people waiting for your courage. And there is an entire heaven cheering you on. The invisible chains have been broken. The walls have fallen. The echo of your yes is being heard even now. Say yes, not out of certainty, but out of trust. Move forward, not by your own strength, but because I go before you. Everything you've been through had purpose. And now is the time to turn every scar into a testimony, every fall into a victory, every tear into a source of healing for others. You have been set apart. You have been chosen. And you are ready. Comment, yes, Lord. I am ready. My dear son. Now you feel within yourself that clear knowing, a certainty that grows with every moment. This certainty did not come by chance. It is the fulfillment of a purpose I placed in your heart from the very beginning. You are not late nor lost. On the contrary, you have arrived exactly at the right time, just as I planned. This strong feeling that invades your being is not merely a reaction to the circumstances around you, but a spiritual call, a sign that something great is about to happen in your life. It is a final push, a desperate last attempt from the enemy, who knows his days are numbered. He tries to strike you, not because of the person you once were, but because of who you are now, someone awakened, someone who recognizes their patterns and no longer lets themselves be confused by struggles. Do not let him make you give up on yourself or the purpose I engraved on your soul. Often this last battle manifests as stronger doubts, confused thoughts, the voice of uncertainty louder than usual. But my son, this is not a sign of defeat, it is a sign that you are about to win. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-discipline. 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. I understand that at this moment things may seem confusing and even discouraging. Insecurity grows, connections with loved ones may change, opportunities that seemed certain appear to disappear, and you feel pulled into a whirlwind. But I want you to know this is not your failure. In fact, you are exactly where I need you to be. The enemy acts like this precisely when he knows I am about to manifest something new and important in your life. He tries to destabilize you so you give up at the last minute, so you look back and get lost in fear. But you are no longer the person you were before. You have endured difficult tests, faced battles no one saw, and were shaped by the experience of suffering and faith. Your strength is proof that I have a grand plan for you, a plan far beyond what human eyes can see now. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Psalm 27 verse 1. I know the enemy has tried to deceive you in many ways, whispering lies when you were tired, offering shortcuts that seemed easier, seducing you with false comfort. He does not only use blatant error, but small concessions that seem harmless, which slowly take you away from the high place I prepared for you. But, my son, I want you to understand, the path to that place is not easy. It is forged in the heat of trial, through the fire that purifies and strengthens, and it is this fire you are facing now. It did not come to break you, but to reveal the true strength inside you. You carry a great spiritual weight, a weight that transforms environments, breaks down old structures, and makes evil tremble before your presence. You are a spiritual warrior, And this last difficulty you feel is a sign of the enemy's fear because he knows he is losing ground. If God is for us, who can be against us? Romans chapter 8 verse 31. My son, do not let these feelings dominate your mind and heart. Do not give power to fear, doubt, or confusion. You have already faced many tests, and I have been by your side through every one of them. Stand firm, because this is the last barrier before freedom. This is the moment to decide that you will not give up, that your faith will be greater than the circumstances. Remember, what you feel now is real, but it is only a reflection of what is about to be revealed. You are not broken, you are being refined. You have not stopped, even when everything seemed to say to quit. That makes you someone feared by the enemy because you are walking in the direction of victory. Your prayers now carry greater weight, your words carry power, and your presence becomes a true influence against darkness. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles, they will run and not grow weary, they will walk and not be faint. Isaiah chapter 40 verse 31. The transformation you are experiencing is not just ordinary growth. It is a deep change happening inside you, changing how you see the world and yourself. The things that once deeply shook you no longer have the same impact. You no longer react to events as before, because now you see the truth clearly. You are not lost, but firmly where you need to be. And that is why the noise around you seems louder, because the enemy is losing his influence over you. You can no longer return to places and habits that you once used to hide, because now they feel like prisons. The people who tried to define and limit you are now distant, not because they changed, but because you have outgrown the need to diminish yourself to please them or stay close. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me you can do nothing. John chapter 15 verse 5. My beloved, this last fight is against yourself, against the fear of moving forward, against the doubt that tries to paralyze you. But you will not give in, because now you see reality with renewed eyes. What seems like chaos is not destruction, but the blossoming of something new and more beautiful. You are passing through the last storm before the sky opens fully in your life. I am with you, holding your hand firmly, guiding every step. The future I prepared is greater than anything you have ever dreamed, and you are able to carry it because I have strengthened you for this. Keep going, my son. The victory is already yours. Understanding this should not cause fear, but bring clarity. You carry something precious within you, something that needs care and attention. When I set someone apart for a purpose, new challenges arise, but also new strengths and gifts are given to face it all. The battle has intensified because the enemy realized you were close to the right moment, but see, here you are, standing firm and unbroken. I have ordered all the chaos that passed through your life, and now you are leaving behind dependence on others' help to take on the role of envoy, an agent of transformation. This phase is greater than your own victory. It is entering the spiritual realm of influence, not to dominate people, but to transform the environment where you live and act. This inner awakening, this restlessness that sometimes bothers you, is not just worry or fear, it is my sign to you, a touch of mine upon your soul. The tears you shed are not only sadness, but a manifestation of my comforting presence. The silence that seems to surround you is not emptiness, but the recognition from the spiritual world that you are entering a new season. People labeled you, made you feel small, hurt you, but all that is behind you. Now the time has come for you to act, to walk with the courage I give you. The path ahead will be different because I will be with you, opening doors that only I can open. Others will sense my presence in you, for I have placed a seal of protection and authority over your life. This mark is sacred and requires care and responsibility from you. You will be called to do what few have the courage to do: speak the truth when everyone else remains silent, give when many hesitate, lead when others prefer to stay behind. These responsibilities are a privilege because they reflect the purpose I have given you. This truth is not only comfort for your soul but a real sign that you have crossed into a new level, from waiting to action, from pain to a life filled with meaning. And know this, my son, what is happening to you can also inspire and move others, especially those close to you who face the same battles. Be a guide, a bridge for them to find me and experience the transformation that only I can offer. Comment, I am a light to others because God shines through me. Now, stay close to me, open to receive more than I desire to give you. If these words have touched your heart deeply, consider how you can give back, not out of obligation or interest, but as a gesture of gratitude and respect for the gifts I have entrusted to you. Acting this way will not speed up instant miracles, but it will show that your heart is aligned with me and that you are worthy of the blessings to come. Keep walking in faith, my beloved son. I am with you every step of the way, and the best is yet to come. With love, God. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.